All right, recording has begun. Who was that? I had it minimized. Castle. Let's go ahead, Castle. Good timing. I noticed you, Castle. Enjoy your waifus. Updates either by the look of it. Yeah. A bit of poison on my blade and let's go. A bit of poison on my blade and let's go. A bit of poison on my... If you like that line, if you want to hear it 15 million times, be sure to pick up Greedfall and play it. Many times it took Wayne June to utter that sentence and not burst out laughing. Yeah. There's so many of those too. I'm like, I can't imagine him doing. Who's that a painting of? Is that you, Blackwall? Dear God, they made him pose for portraits. What's in your bedchamber? A dagger. Something to read. Alexius's journal. This appears to be Alexius's journal. This is the final entry. I got a message from my wife. This friggin' cat. I know we just started this new recording, but I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'll just restart this. Really is. Spiders made Technomancer. Which was the worst ARPG you've ever played? Yes. Stay away from spiders. Basically, one of the cats was like scratching and ripping at the friggin' door and carpet to get in here. And then when he would get in here, he would do the same thing to get out. But I can't leave the door open because my daughter is doing e-learning, homeschooling, Zoom stuff at the moment. And so he was looking for my wife. They made Mars Warlogs. I think so, and I think people have said that one's good, but I've never seen it. You know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna redo this. I'll just cut this part out on YouTube. I'm sure I'll remember this. People right now, like the 10 people that watch this series on YouTube, are probably like, and he didn't do it. I just looked at his chair for 3 minutes. Sorry. Anyway, was it good? Remember your only weapon being a pipe? It's going, by the way, Castle. Alexius' journal. This appears to be the final entry. Okay. Nothing works. I've tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathus, without success. The breach is a wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder Ones demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. So at least they put in like a reason why they can't just travel back. You know, we don't have Dragon Age dinosaurs. You can only go back to when the rift existed. Let's go in the houses. Well, he's her cat. They're like, she babies that one. Don't tell the others. That's her favorite pet of all time. And so he wants her to baby him and give him cheese and things. So you can share to get past 10 minutes for ad revenue. That's right. Free games out, get free rentals. The only time while working there, drove back after your shift, dropped the game off the same hour. Yeah. So anyway, I think Greedfall is terrible. I would suggest not playing it, but you know, if you play it, hopefully you like it, but it just depends on how bad your taste is, you know. You want to be babied and given cheese? Not by my wife, Inspector. You have your own significant other. Where's that Mel person? I'll call for her. Mel, you don't have headphones still, right? So I'm through the speakers. Mel, cheese at once. Am I remembering, Inspector, did you say you live relatively close to where that sport where they roll cheese down a hill is? Is this just like a fever dream I had that you live close to there? Spellbinder's Journal. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid. Or perhaps it's not paranoia, so the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, and he never leaves that room at all. You live near that cheese rolling festival event? It's crazy. Quiz one day. You love the highlight videos? That looks so painful, man. Like I talked about my my knees being screwed up from playing varsity basketball, but that's nothing compared to cheese rolling. That's the same room.
What became
Supply
of
cache? Okay.
Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
Foreboding. You sound when people go night going down that hill? Yeah, man. There has to be so many like leg and arm breaks during that. Ugh. All right, so we're gonna use potions on everyone that's not full health. Their potion drinking animation is pretty exaggerated. I would do that with my tea container, but it would be everywhere. Festival was canceled for obvious reasons, so instead they got one guy roll Baby Bell down the hill as a ceremony. Foreboding? No, that's spoilers. Oh, Davy's dead. It's as if he was never here. Monster Hunter potion tree? Yeah. It's very similar. Why are you down here? And then I come down to save you and I get fire mined. It's so hard to get out of that. I need to be using tactical mode a little bit more on this playthrough. Where'd you die at this time? Soul is just down again, yeah. Just taking naps. Red lyrium shard. Ready for a nap?
Grown paranoid.
Work slow.
He's barricaded himself in there and will not come out.
I could use a nap too. Alright, you guys continue playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Davey and I are going to take a nap together. Like a platonic nap, though. What? That loot phased under the floor? Serious, they'll have the BG1 style gameplay. Yeah, I mean, you could play those kind of action-y too, but not quite like this one, right? Or like an action camera. But this one was definitely more oriented for tactical play, especially on the harder difficulty. I need to be playing tactically more on this, though. Yeah, great quotes. 4 hours on call when you were scheduled. We're like out of potions, so. Who's the big spoon? Both big spoons in reverse. So there's butts to the wind. Butts to butts, we face each other. Okay, anything for the lurk? Is there anything over here?
Somebody had very questionable taste.
Yeah, butt snuggling like platonic manly friends do. God.
They haven't noticed us yet. An opportunity to look for higher ground.
Look for higher ground. How about we just go in guns blazing? How do I... No. Whatever. You guys get back here and just chill. Hold position so you get your mana regen.
dinner?
Chat's going to a very, very dark place now. Bark swap. Oh my god. Butts to butts, we face each other, ate some beans, and fought next to each other. Inventory's full. At least crafting materials stacked, so. Can air even be a dark place? It can be when it comes from a dark place. There was really like no reason to go in here. Like not really. Oh, you can't keep me out. All right, let's make sure that this was like a real thing that was supposed to have happened. It absolutely works. That's so good. Who needs a rogue when you just ram doors down? Porcelain cameo. I don't know what that's worth. Taking that, breaks into his room and kills him. Yeah. But it's okay. We're in the future. And as long as we get to go to the past, none of this is murder because none of it happened. So we can just do whatever we want. And then we're going to go back in time and undo it. So, you know, whatever. Why am I holding everything? Why don't you guys take some of this loot? How come I can hold 60 things with or without you? Blackwall is a strapping young lad. He could carry at least 60 things as well. Studies in the Blight. Introduction of Blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts. Others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. Later entry. 6 more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption until only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the infected will often die even before corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation is successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than host flesh. Prisoner Liliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. So that's why she looks like that? They've been skinning her? I'm sorry we talked about how weird you looked, Liliana. I didn't realize someone was skinning you. Uh-oh. Do I have to start further back? Or maybe not all doors can be broken. Seymour? That is so awesome. I would have never known. Doesn't tell you. I was just joking and did it, and it worked. Shows into the idea of undoing things. Maybe she just doesn't think it can be done. All right, let's head back. Never knew you could bash through. Yeah, me either. Well, I mean, obviously, but It's kind of like I never realized you could shoot space children in the head. And so you just kind of try it while you're talking about things, and then whatever happens, happens, you know? What if there's something to read in there? We can't carry any loot, though. If it's good loot, we could throw something down. And we need the lyrium shard, too.
Try to take.
The enchanter quickly. Oh, that's a lot of them. It's not like the universe would be destroyed, yeah. So be it. The cycle continues. What is happening here? Go ahead, screw it.
Let's enchant her quickly.
Block
No.
them from coming up the stairs!
I'll do my best, but so hard to get out of those if you're already in a swing. Like, it's nearly impossible.
I could really go for some.
I only used one potion, though. It's not bad. That was because of that fire mine that was placed on top of me. Scientists test you all the time. They're like, wow, it's hard to figure out. Suddenly, two blokes from the past are like, yo, how hard could it be, right? Yeah. We just got here in a phone booth. Phone booth. I hate that we can't hold the stuff. Regret not taking the Inquisition thing for 15 more loot slots. Palico, thank you for the 2 months. Thank you, Palico. Thank you for the resub. Much love to Palico. You were supporting the stream, Palico. Wednesdays or story days are our least popular stream by a ton, so anytime that I see people hanging out in chat and like subbing or resubbing or whatever during those feels good. Feels like I'm not doing it for no reason, you know. So how do we get over there? Through that door. Maybe we can't yet, or it connects from somewhere else. All right, we'll head that way. I only have 4 out of 5 though. Find a way back to Alexis's throne room. Does it count today? That's good to know. You would think this would show where the shards are too, but Falcon, thank you for the gift sub also. Who did you hit? Marabou for their 14th month. That's a long time. Thank you again, Palico. More love soaks the soil. For Palico. Alright. Well, we've been in here once. Let's go this way.
Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps, but it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
He does have to eat. But they said that all the servants have to come together every single time he wants anything.
Are they praying? Let's try to take them by surprise.
It's a little late for that.
Someone block the stairs!
Where'd he go? It's the last time I try sneaking.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
There's the other
Let's head
shard.
back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
The door. Alright, any good loots? Gold. No. That was very good anyway. We're just finding white items. Seems like in this game, eventually you're treating the white items kind of like you do in MMOs and stuff, where it's like, it's just junk. If you have some extra storage, take it and sell it. Great. If not, oh well. I'm worried that we used too many of the supply caches. We're gonna go in here with 2 potions. That's not gonna be enough. You'll pay for this.
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, there is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please,
Did
don't
you though?
hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Give him a merciful death. Give us the amulet.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go, and I swear you'll get what you want.
I won the world back.
No.
Come on, Liliana. Oh god, I do only have 2 potions.
Tread on my keys! Your death will be my apology!
Move.
Destroy us both. So much for the mighty Inquisition. We must.
I'm not trying to touch this bubble. Stop hurting me. Yeah, entering this with only 2 potions seems like a bad idea. I will touch your bubble. I didn't click again.
Victory is impossible. The Elder One will destroy us both. My apologies. Black Hole! Your efforts are futile. This world's already lost.
So, Ashen, welcome in.
Tell me again how you're gonna... Your death will be my apology!
Why isn't it resing him? It's doing the animation and he's just not coming up.
Victory is impossible.
There we go.
The Elder One will destroy us both. Your death will be my apology!
Is this a line of sight him?
Victory is impossible. The Elder One... We can't fail. Accept. Death as I heard.
That was a little close.
He wanted to die, didn't he?
With only 2
Those lies he told himself.
potions.
The justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
Saw me pause just now. Maybe Karen, have a good rest of your day. Alexius is dead. We've beaten the game. The rift will close. The old one will magically disappear. We'll go back in time. Yeah. Shoot Hitler now. Not bad for just 2 potions. Yeah, I was really worried, especially there at the end.
I know you cared for him.
Once he was a man to whom I compared all others. Sad, isn't it? This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous.
What's up, Good King?
Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
Back to the old road.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now.
On what, the YouTube poll, Ashen?
You cannot stay here.
It's for the YouTube algorithms.
We'll hold the outer door. When they get past us, it'll be your turn.
I won't let you die. So, Call of Cthulhu. What did you redeem? A custom command? Just thank you for saving up that many points. Just whisper me or send me a DM on what you had in mind. And I'll let you know if it's possible or not.
No, I won't let you commit suicide.
Look at us. We're already dead.
Well, I mean, we're going back in time
The
anyway,
only way
right?
to live
So,
is if this day never comes. Cast your spell.
yeah, so it's not
You
as
have
bad.
as much time as
You don't
I
have any ideas
hours.
yet? You got really excited though. Yeah, the more I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't want Liliana to die, and then I was like, is it really Liliana though?
Darkness closes.
It's an alternate Liliana. It's
I am
fine.
shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker.
Yeah, we'll see.
Take me to your side.
I'm okay if they wait as well. Of course, I want it to come out, but
You move, and we all die!
You'll have to do better than that.
and it's as if nothing ever happened. Games is much for PS Plus. Control Ultimate Edition and Concrete Genie. Why does armor sparkle like TV static? This game, I don't know what it is. There's something about the textures. And apparently it was even worse when it first came out. People were telling me that things were so shiny, especially hair and things, that it was like they couldn't play the game because they were so distracted by how shiny everything was. So at least it's not at those levels anymore, but yeah, the game is has very shiny textures. It's going to be some major streams. Yeah, I hope so. As much time as you have arrows. Okay, please hold for 30 arrows.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade.
First, actually, it gave you a headache.
Felix.
I can imagine.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Can we turn him into a tranquil? I don't know what the rules are on this. Already Ash and Thiever Lurk. Can we tranquilize him against his will?
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But
Alistair?
we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
I have to know though. So anyone, I'm probably the only person that accidentally did this, but in Origins, I actually made Alistair like revoke his lineage and abandon all hope and leave out into the world, never to be seen again. And in the credits, it said something like, occasionally someone will hear a tale from someone in a bar somewhere who's like super drunk saying that he is actually supposed to be king, but they ignore him because it's drunken ravings of a madman or something. Like if you upload your origin story into this, is that not Alistair? Is it someone else? Or like, I just don't know how much of a thing it changes. You made him royalty? That's probably what most people do. You made Alistair abandon all hope too, and when you do that, the queen is alone. Interesting. Thank you, Inspector. We will protect you. We still need mages. Let's go with that.
I should point out that we did come here for mages to close the breach.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition.
You made Alistair impregnate Morgan?
They have lost all possible supporters. The Inquisition is their only remaining chance for freedom.
No one fights well for their captors.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Offer the rebel mages a full alliance. Conscript the rebel mages into the service of the Inquisition. You are our allies. This is one of those major decisions, but it's an easy one for me.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
A generous offer, but will the rest
Crap,
of the
I should have
Inquisition
Vivian
honor
again.
it?
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
Cassandra? Greatly disapproved?
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people.
What's
and
wrong with you,
ready them for the
Cassandra?
journey to Haven. The breach will
Well, I
be
mean, I know
closed.
why, but
You will not regret giving us this chance.
just we randomly sparkle. Wizard, welcome in. This is a Wednesday. Wednesday is a little bit different. You can do exclamation story if you want the explanation, but basically, for most of the stream's history, every one day a week we play a story game through blindly, one that I have no idea about. Yeah, I updated it though. There's an exclamation Wednesday
There will be
too.
abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
I forgot to disable the exclamation Monday command when I made the exclamation Wednesday and exclamation story. I need to fix that. Write that down. So yeah, one day a week we play through a story game. And that's Wednesdays at the moment. Didn't expect it to work. Yeah, there's one of the ones I forgot. I lied to them. Consider this their problem. We need their cooperation. They deserve freedom. Man, Cassandra's gonna hate us. Oh yeah, no worries, Wizard. So we used to do it all the time, but then back last September, we stopped doing story day or story night for months. We just recently started back up with Inquisition, so if you want to catch up on Wednesdays, if you're interested in this kind of content, I'm uploading these per episode every night on YouTube. Story day has been moved. Yeah, I should probably do that. Yeah. You're right, people like...
They're not monsters, they're people. And they deserve the same respect as anyone else.
This is not about respect. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these.
Enough arguing. None of us were there. We cannot afford to second-guess our people. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
Yep, no problem, Wizard. Yeah, I have a lot of content over on YouTube, and game guides and stuff is one of the things I've been working on a lot. So, yeah, I appreciate it. You can get to it right immediately if you want to go to Expedition YT or Expedition YouTube, or you can just search for me on there. Yeah, I saw what's at stake. I saw the world if the breach is not closed.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going
God,
to take time to organize
her
our
puffy
troops
shirt is
and
so
the mage
shiny.
recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
There goes my nap. That seems like a pineapple answer to me. I'm gonna go with I'd be honored.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wizard.
I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
Oh, this is a big one, so glad you're staying. We'll keep an eye on you. I don't want you here. You want to stay? Yes.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Make her willing. Shirt's solid metal. She's actually unable to move her entire upper body. No. Man. Alright, let's check out the war table now. We got people to talk to, but I want to see what's going on.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter,
Wait.
Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by
Let me
the
check
end of the
something.
week. I should tell you, Ambassador.
Vivian, do you have something new to say? If not, then I'm not going to check.
Fiona and her malcontents are joining us as allies. We need to be prepared. Abominations are inevitable. Cullen doesn't have enough Templars to handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
I wouldn't think that she would have that opinion. So, that's really weird. I'm wondering which side affects this more. So she just really disliked that we brought on the mages as allies. Which, I mean, makes sense based on the history that we know about her. But I'm wondering if she would have liked it more or even less if we had imprisoned them. Or, and then the complete other side with the Templar side of things. If we'd allied with a Templar, would she have liked it? It's the epitome of Circle Mage. Yeah. So she's probably more for the imprisoning. I mean, it seems like there always needs to be this balance between Templars and mages, but in the past that didn't really work, and that's kind of part of where this civil war came from. Man. Characters are complex in Dragon Age, so it's both magnificent and infuriating.
The last thing we need are abominations running amok.
I knew you would have a proper grasp of the situation. I'll have a word with Cullen. We are reliant on his people, absolutely. There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
Choices that might end up regretting. Deviate from how you want to play your character in order to appease companions. Yeah. Is she a risk? Yeah, like, can you be taken by a demon?
When you say mages are a danger, are you counting yourself?
Of course I am, my dear. Every
Let's go on,
mage
Finn,
who
welcome
joins
in.
the cause is taking a calculated risk, whether they know it or not. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
So do you think people shouldn't use fire? Do you think, Vivian, that there should be a law that you have to get permission to start a fire? It's a little bit different, but that's the metaphor she used.
I don't think the mages of the Imperium would agree with you.
Drunkards rarely agree that they ought to stop drinking. I wouldn't use them.
You got snowed in. How much did you get, Finn?
Do you know how young mages are found? A little girl has a nightmare, and in her sleep, she burns her house down. A teenage boy has a fit, and lightning rips his mother to pieces. Imagine your own childhood and what would have happened if the darkest corner of your heart had a will of its own. People don't learn the fear of magic at Chantry services.
Girl from Hellboy.
They learn it from us. Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
Ooh, mages should be free. We need mages in the Chantry. We need the circle back. Like, the thing is, a lot of these, like, you can't, there's no nuance. You have to just choose what the character, and that's what, there's no, like, talking your own, or saying what you want, like, in between the lines on this. So, like, the circles have a good purpose, but maybe not, like, as restrictive and regimented as they once were. So a place where people can learn to control magic and stuff. But as far as, like, the harrowing and all that kind of crap, probably not. So I guess I'm gonna have to pick whichever one I lean closest to. Like, the circles are good if they're also, like I said, not as strict as they once were. Mages in the Chantry. That's kind of a weird one. Mages completely free. This game, your interaction with Vivian is very different. Man. That is pretty interesting. There's about a foot on your driveway. Car's not set up for snow, so you don't want to get out unless you had to. Damn. Aren't they making a new Hellboy, by the way? Are they completely redoing it? Different actor and everything, which is unfortunate. I really liked Hellboy. I never read the comics, though. Yeah, this is pretty tough. Because there's like there's an in-between here that I wish I could choose, but I can't. So I'm sure I'm going to end up ruining the world again. So let's just go.
The circle has to be restored if you want to keep the peace.
That's comforting to hear, but you'll find opposition
Flip
to
a
the
coin.
idea even among friends. It's something to consider, my dear. Yes?
It's kind of weird that every time you can come over here, it isn't even like a flirt with her. It's like literally asking, you know, hey, do you like me enough to come to my room for a little while? No. We'll see what she says. This foot in your driveway. Where's the rest of the body?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the circle?
After the circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands
Yeah,
of
pretty much.
bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
Sure.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
I can find some tomes. All right, let's see if anyone else, any of the other main characters, had anything new to say, and then we'll split this, and then we'll go to the war table.
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
We'll do our best.
We will try.
In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
We shall see.
Farewell.
Oh, I didn't say goodbye. Thus, every mage must be chained. Not sure that's what she wants. How's it going, Icon?
I'll take my leave. Good day.
That's this franchise.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power, instead of comforting the masses.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andraste's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants, to secure peace in Thedas.
You sound too good to be true. All right. We might as well.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Elysian politics, Lady Montillier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Romance everyone.
They demand
What's
to
in
know
your
whether
pineapple?
the Inquisition officially claims that
What would
Andraste
Datum do?
saved you from the breach.
That's what he would do too.
If it were up to you, how would you reply?
That's private. I really don't know. We'll see what she says to this. How are you?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We
Grant,
should
permits
decide
everyone
soon.
Witcher 3, no grits.
The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I don't know what I would tell them. Depends on who it is, and they put me on the spot. That's what I've been choosing every time when someone's like, "Are you really the Herald of Andraste? Do you think you are?"
I don't know if a miracle from Andraste saved me any more than they do.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Thank you.
Dream rags.
Anything, please bring it in.
Found some dream rags.
Can I help you with something?
Nope.
I'll speak with you later.
Just seeing if you had something new. Damage bonus against demons added.
Anything, please bring it in.
Do you have anything else, Josephine?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies.
She's saying the same stuff now. Goodbye.
We'll speak later then.
Goodbye. We need to sell some junk too before we go to this war table, because I don't know if it's gonna take me something right away. Usually the war table doesn't, but
Mages. Lovely.
all right, Liliana. It's nice to see you not all skinned.
It seems Blackwall knows nothing about the disappearance of the Grey Wardens. It's a disappointment. I am, however, glad that he is with us, even if he was not what I expected. He seems to be a good man, and his experience will be an asset to the Inquisition. As for the other Wardens, I suppose we will have to keep looking.
Frostback Mountain, yep.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
Which was very noble of you. It's Brokeback's cousin.
It was still
They're
a
sister
sacrifice.
mountains, brother
Still
mountains.
noble.
And I would do it again.
I'll leave you to your work.
All right. There was something new there from her, so that's kind of cool. Who's down here? All right. Vark.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my Red Lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for Red Lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
Very enjoying have some fun banter with one another when they're in your party. Yeah, I can see that. God, that's one problem with these kind of games is I want to take like everyone and I want to see all the different interactions and I want to see what each of them say to certain quests and stuff. But I mean, you can't do that unless you play through, 50 times. And this game being like 150 hours, there's just no friggin' way. Eat the red crystal and you too can become a space magician. Yeah, we need to get rid of this Red Lyrium menace.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
What's up?
Making some chicken fries,
No. Yes. I just did one of the hardest things I've ever done. My wife came in and said, "I'm making chicken fries. Do you want some?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Are you sure?" I've never turned down something like that before in my life. But I gotta stop like just ingesting calories for no reason on the stream. And it's really hard to do, but I'm trying to eat healthier and stuff in general. So she's testing me. Let's imagine what chat would do. Oh, can you say before important decisions, choose one? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. I never do that though. I always play Iron Man, so my decisions are final. as far as my canonical playthrough or whatever, but all right. What are you gonna do to celebrate? Plan for what's next. It's important.
We can't
For
know
sure,
what's
yeah.
coming. Best not to get too comfortable.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to relax while you can. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
You saw me pause before I said no. You thought it was something serious, but it was just about chicken fries. Hey, chicken fries are a very serious topic. You see my point, but I want to talk to these people first. The worst part is I'm going to smell it. And I'm really going to want to eat them after I smell it.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
You don't like mages?
Do you have a problem with our new allies? With mages?
No problem with mages. I mean, you know some that are all right. My problem is magic. If mages sat on their hands, everything would be fine. I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
So.
I'll be back if I need you.
Bar music is way too good, yeah. What are you doing to celebrate? I'm going to Disneyland with the plague.
The Chantry isn't supporting us.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel? Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
Dorian's certain it was time travel.
Dorian was sure, impossible as it seems.
He disapproves?
An amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future.
Are you jealous of Dorian? There, Solus? I saw you there, Solus.
I'm surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Is our character a little dense?
Greetings.
We'll talk later.
As per usual, I guess. Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Hallam Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cows milking farmers. We didn't go far enough in the future for you to learn what furries are. You know what? Never mind. Let's just talk about something else.
I take it you don't agree?
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition
He's
is
slightly
seen
cross-eyed.
as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
So long as they're like you, Dorian.
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Gotta go, Hayden. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. Have a good rest of your evening.
Did you know we're
Don't let
actually
the chicken
related,
fries win.
Inquisitor?
Related?
Oh, not first cousins or anything like that. Can you imagine? You're a Trevelyan, however, and somewhere in dank nethers of my family tree, there was also a Trevelyan. Perhaps he was even the one who ventured to Ostwick to establish the branch. We are talking long ago, of course.
Nearsighted, or maybe short-sighted. Can we still flirt? That'd be such a ridiculous truce. He's like, you know, we're actually related a little bit. And we're like, whoa, hang on. Are we related too much that we can't? You know what? Actually, it's impossible for us to have children. So there can't be any, you know, again, I'm going to veer away from this conversation I'm starting to corner myself into. How do you know about this?
You know that off the top of your head.
Not the top. Maybe the lower middle or thereabouts. Bloodlines are serious business in Tevinter. You're taught lessons and tested by strict nannies.
Strict
I heard
nannies.
Your family mentioned, and I had to go through all the old mnemonics. But yes, there it is. I knew there was a reason we looked so much alike.
Yeah, we're almost identical.
Yay? Indeed. Yay.
I just...
Oh, pish. You go back far enough. 90% of Thedas has Tevinter blood. No need to panic, Inquisitor.
Tell me about yourself. He's in a Queen cover band called Strict Nannies.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Tevinter, you mean?
Beyond that, yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
It's obvious to me.
You certainly think highly of yourself.
It's true. I could be more modest, but I'd be lying. Now,
No.
what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me. I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams. Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
the thing we cherry pick out of that paragraph, careful breeding. Yeah, let's go with that.
What do you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest. My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed each other. They wanted a son who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Is your family mad about that?
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
Why do you care?
It just seems so much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way. For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages. And despite appearances, we care. Deeply. About everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
Why remain with the Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home. Not that it matters, I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm. I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years. I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
I think I've heard enough.
He's got a pretty interesting story.
I never tire of talking about myself.
I should go.
Naturally.
Goodbye. Guess we might as well stop over here and double check.
I had to use different herbs than usual in these poultices. It's the best we've got.
Pitch grenade. When do we get that? Comes to target location with pitch while raining 6 seconds, slowing any enemy that enters it.
You let me know if there's any trouble.
The maker
Will do.
Thank you.
Potions. Healing potion. We need a Dawn Lotus. Did I give a Dawn Lotus to that woman with the quest that was like herbs? I need herbs. Maybe. Either way, we don't have one on us. Don't have any of that. Don't have a Black Lotus. We have no tonics yet. We have the pitch grenade. Increased duration. Enemies caught in the pitch suffer 25% extra damage from all sources and inflict 25% less damage. Ooh. We only need 3 more Blood Lotus for that. That sounds really good. Something that can be used for both defensive and offensive purposes. Huh. Blood Lotus aren't too hard to come by either. It seems like they're around that waterway area. The hinterlands quite a bit. Maybe waterways in general. They were near that lake too. Yeah, so I'm guessing Blood Lotus is... I was gonna say fond. It's fond of lakes and water. Who else do we want to talk to? Cassandra, Blackwall, and Cullen. They shouldn't have as much to tell us as Dorian since he was brand new. Right, Cullen, see what you got to say about mages. You should have a bit to say, actually.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
I know you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Are you with anyone?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
I actually don't think we've talked to him since the Templar guy punched Chantry Lady in the head.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
In that time, they've come to take the Order.
I think you know the commands. Wherever's easiest for you, yeah. A whisper on here, or on Discord, whatever.
To feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I
Messenger pigeon, you know. Messenger pigeon might have a little bit of trouble getting across the Atlantic, but we can try it.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to.
He didn't actually have all that too much to say about the mages joining us yet. Surprising. Cassandra really disliked us going with the mages.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
Is there a problem?
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Man, she majorly disliked, though, when I had the mage's ally. Maybe she would like it better if I had imprisoned them. I don't know.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now.
Our character's a
Let's
psycho.
hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Character's a psycho. Starting to get hot here finally now that the day's going. Alright. Where'd you go, Cassandra? See if you have anything else.
Yes.
Oh, that's it.
That's enough for now.
So black wall and
Another
we're dead.
time.
We're done. I want to say done and good at the same time. We're dead. Good done. Yep. What's up, Blackwall? Hey, can't walk through a box. Come here.
I've been meaning to thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision to join you.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Nothing right now.
Awkward.
Perhaps in a bit.
We need to sell some stuff. We also got, yeah, I was gonna say we got some stuff from that mage guy. Unique amulet, respec abilities, single use. Whoa ho ho. Wait. We can buy one of these for 1 gold, and then we can buy. So we got the ability to respec now. We can buy one for 1 gold, or we can respec, or after that, an infinite amount for 345. That's awesome. Awesome. Let me check the gear that we got, though. Because I know we got some stuff from that. In fact, it feels like we went over 60 items. Yeah, because we got the Staff of Stasis when we were already at 60. Plus 5% attack, 4% bear damage bonus. On dying, 5% chance to heal for half health. Ooh. That's going to be nice. Nice. We got something else from them too, though. Is it this? No, we found that while we were in there. I know I saw 2 items pop up when we killed the mage guy. Wasn't his robe, apparently. I was pretty sure it was 2 purple items. I don't know. Anyway, let's sell some junk. Valuables, we can sell all this. Materials, I don't want to sell any of that. I don't know if you need the other Bianca arms to level up in order. Not sure. I'm gonna wait on that. Cooldown amulet, 1 extra, 5% cooldown modifier. Cooldown for all abilities is shorter by the specified amount. I'll hold on to that. A lot of these I just don't know if we're gonna use. Like, I need a stash. Someone said that you get a stash later in the game. Hopefully we get it relatively soon. crap was that? Alright, let's sell these gray armors. Stash later, promise you that. Just won't say how, when, where. Thank you. At least that would still be less spoilery than... Oh, by the way, here's the big thing in the hinterlands that you're working your way up to. P.S. This isn't a spoiler. Alright, that's good enough. Good enough. We got some schematics too, though. Jagged Battle Axe, 156 DPS. Wait, what's our unique weapons damage? Whoops. 162. This might be able to surpass it depending on what we use. Has a damage slot and 2 offensive slots, so let's see. Obsidian would take it to 174, but I mean it's we don't have enough, but even if I did, it's like bear damage bonus. Heal on kill, bear damage bonus. Attack. I gotta find what cloth gives us crit chance. Heal on kill sounds pretty good too. Alright. A Darkspawn Shields. Ooh, that's way better than Blackwall Shields. Yeah, I think we might as well make this one. Primary slot, low armor, damage, okay. So it doesn't really matter which of these we use. So we might as well use iron. And then it has 2 defense slots. Looks kind of cool too. Yeah. And it's tainted by Darkspawn. So bear hide gives crits. Alright, I'm gonna save that then. Gotta go. Stria, thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of y'all today. These are defense slots though. Bear hide and defense slot is extra cold resist. Canine leather is cold damage resist. Same thing. Bronto hide is range defense. That'd be nice. Don't have enough. Dragonling scales, fire resist. Finnick fur, that's easy to get too. Also cold damage. Ram leather, cold damage resist. Well, I mean, those things are easy to get. We'll just use it on this anyway. We don't really need the cold resist, but... Stagger resistance. Maximum health on the Drakestone. That sounds good. Melee defense sounds good. Stagger. Anything that added guard would be awesome too. But I haven't seen anything like that yet, so... we'll just take the health. Okay, we'll make that for Blackwall. Ice Walker's Vigorous Great Shields.
That'll do.
It's good enough for now. Can you check their inventory when they're not? Yeah, so how do I use these on Varric? How do I upgrade Bianca? Do I have to do that through the blacksmith too? I'll stop because no, thank you. Thank you for asking first. And for the offer, but no, it's all good. We'll find it. I'm not gonna go like out and try to get something specific. Once we stumble across it, I might start doing that, you know, but for now, no, it's fine. Thank you though. Do I have to unequip Bianca to do it?
Another time.
Or let's try it this way. Ah, there we go. There we go. So you just equip that in the arm slot. Cool. Nice. Should Compared to the others, I'm liking it quite a bit. Vandal, it plays more like an action game than a tactics game a lot of times with the improvements. I mean, you can still play it as from the tactical view if you want, but the open world is like a good and bad thing depending on who you are and what you enjoy. The amount of stuff that's out in the world that you can just go do whenever you want is so immense that you can find yourself, especially if you're a completionist, like never doing main story stuff, and then kind of suddenly you spend 100 hours in the game and you're still in the first zone. You're like, well, I guess I'm gonna stop playing because there's like, you know, there's like a insurmountable amount of things to do. But
Foul and corrupt are they who have
so this
taken
is though.
his gift and turned it against his children.
It's not obvious to ask these kind of things. Yeah. I'm glad you did. All right, let's split this recording before we do War Table and whatever this next main story thing is. Well, this was an hour and a half. I talked to you way longer.